The Letter Carrier Political Fund is a nonpartisan political action committee, known as PAC, for the purpose of electing qualified letter carrier friendly candidates. These candidates support issues in Congress that are important to letter carriers, such as door to door delivery, privatization, and 6-day delivery, to name a few. So, a political action committee, which is known as PAC, it raises money for the purpose of defeating or electing candidates to elected office. PACs are nonpartisan entities whose primary goal is to elect qualified candidates that support our issues, regardless to Democrat, Republican, Independent. It's whoever supports our issues. We as letter carriers need to contribute to the letter carrier political fund to stop proposals that would be affecting us adversely. If we don't contribute to the letter carrier political fund, we could be setting ourselves up for a scary situation. We would be putting everything at risk of losing our collective bargaining, door to door delivery, 6-day delivery, a decrease in pensions. We could be going to the poorhouse, really. On January 3rd, 2017, House Resolution 15 was introduced by Representative Sam Graves, who is a Republican out of Missouri. H.R. 15 is a bill that says, expressing the sense of the House of Representatives that the United States Postal Service should take all appropriate measures to ensure the continuation of its 6-day mail delivery service. As of today, November 12th, 2018, there are 258 co-sponsors for this bill. We have a lot of co-sponsors, and this is through the efforts of the Letter Carrier Political Fund. So this is a reason all letter carriers should contribute to the fund to protect our jobs. Because if they go to 5-day delivery, the next will be 4 days, then 3, and before long, they will dismantle the Postal Service. On July 16, 2018, 10 bipartisan representatives introduced House Resolution 993, calling on Congress to take all appropriate measures to ensure the Postal Service remain an independent agency of the federal government and not be subject to privatization. This bipartisan resolution was introduced by Representatives Rodney Davis, a Republican from Illinois, and Stephen Lynch, a Democrat from Massachusetts. There are 8 other original co-sponsors, and they are Brian Fitzpatrick, Democrat out of Pennsylvania, Paul Cook, a Republican out of California, Brian Mast, a Republican out of Florida, Don Young, a Republican out of Arkansas, Cedric Richmond, a Democrat out of Louisiana, Stephanie Murphy, a Democrat out of Florida, Dave Lobosk, a Democrat out of Iowa, and Marcia Fudge, a Democrat out of Ohio. This resolution is a response to the recent Office of Management and Budget Government Reorganization and Restructure Plan titled Delivery Government Solutions in the 21st Century. This plan by the Office of Management and Budget calls for privatizing the Postal Service. Privatization of the Postal Service will increase the amount we pay for stamps and shipping tremendously. It will limit services to rural communities and places not deemed profitable. It will threaten our pay, benefits, and collective bargaining as letter carriers. Another reason we should give to the letter carrier political fund is to ensure we continue to receive support from members of Congress who are supporting us with our issues, and also to draw support from members of Congress who aren't on board in supporting our issues as of yet. As of October 3rd, 2018, House Resolution 993 has 219 co sponsors. On September 19, 2018, a bipartisan group of senators led by Senator Claire McCaskill, Democrat out of Missouri, introduced Senate Resolution 633, which is identical to House Resolution 993. They both call on Congress to take all appropriate measures to ensure that the Postal Service remain an independent agency of the federal government and not be subject to privatization. As of October 10, 2018, the bill has 43 co sponsors, so we need 7 more to reach 51. This is another great example of how our contributions to the letter carrier political fund are being used to benefit letter carrier concerns. House Resolution 28 has 247 co sponsors, and it was introduced by Representative Susan Davis, who is a Democrat out of California. House Resolution 28 states the Postal Service should take all appropriate measures to ensure the continuation of door delivery for all business and residential customers. Again, this is another example of our contributions at work and another reason to contribute to the letter carrier political fund to ensure job protection for letter carriers. The Office of Personnel Management, who is responsible for administering the Civil Service Retirement CSRS and Federal Employees Retirement System, known as FERS, presented proposals for consideration to Congress that will affect letter carriers' pocketbooks and take home pay tremendously. Dr. Jeff Pond, who is the director of Office Personnel Management, wrote a letter on May 4th, 2018, to the Speaker of the House, Paul D. Ryan, informing him of these proposed changes. Okay, CSRS, Civil Service Retirement System, became law effective August 1st, 1920, and it was established as a retirement system for certain federal employees, such as the Postal Service. It was replaced by FERS and covered new federal employees who entered service on or after January 1st, 1987. Under the plan, employees share in the expense of the annuities to which they become entitled. CSRS employees contribute 7.1/2, or 8% of pay to CSRS, and they usually pay no Social Security, retirement, survivor, and disability tax. They must pay the Medicare tax, which currently is 1.4% of pay. FERS was created in 1986 and it became effective on January 1st, 1987. So, all new employees hired after January 1st, 1987 fall under this retirement plan. The Thrift Savings Plan is a part of FERS, and each pay period the agency deposits 1% of basic pay you earn for the pay period. So the legislation being proposed will allow us as federal employees to contribute more each pay period. Under FERS, you pay into Social Security retirement. One of the legislative proposals to the government by the Office of Personnel Management is to eliminate the federal employees' retirement system annuity supplements. The proposal would reduce or eliminate an annuitant's FERS annuity supplement based on earnings for those who retain FERS annuity supplements under prior provisions. The FERS supplement is designed to bridge the gap for employees who fall under FERS retirement and who reaches the maximum age requirement and has 30 years of credible service, and for employees who retire before age 62. It will supplement your missing Social Security income until you reach age 62. If an retiree receives $15,000 per month, he or she will lose $75,000 in their pension income over 5 years. The government wants to eliminate this annuity supplement, and this is what can happen if we don't support the letter carrier political fund. Another way the government wants to get our money is by increasing the amount of money we contribute to FERS. As of 2018, we contribute 1%, unless we choose to contribute more through the Thrift Savings Program. The proposed legislation would require each employee to contribute 7.25% over 10 years. Currently, we contribute $480 annually. The proposed amount would be $4,350. Next, they want to increase CSRS and FERS average paid to 5 years. Currently, they average it by 3 years. They are proposing to average it at 5 years, which will reduce your pension. Let's assume a retiree has 30 years of service and lives 30 years in retirement. Let's assume his high 3-year salary is $61,000, $60,000, $59,000. Well, when you add these three salaries, it equals a total of $180,000 divided by 3, which equals $60,000. With the 5 years being proposed by OPM, let's say your high 5 is $61,000, $60,000, $59,000, $58,000, and $57,000. When we add that, a total of $295,000, which will be divided by 5 years, and it equals $59,000. So the difference is $1,000 times 30% equals 300 times 30 years, which would be a $9,000 reduction in pension income. The next proposal would reduce the cost of living adjustments under the civil service retirement system by 0.5% and to eliminate COLAs under the FERS for current and future retirees. They want to take them away. The proposal would retain the provisions requiring the Office of Personnel Management to update a FERS annuitant's average salary by all COLAs payable for the period during which the annuitant was receiving a disability annuity when the annuity is redetermined at age 62. However, civil service retirement system COLAs would be used in lieu of the FERS COLAs after those COLAs are eliminated. The amendment would eliminate the provisions requiring a reduction to an annuitant's FERS disability annuity by the amount of the annuitant's Social Security assumed disability insurance benefit, which you get more of now, and would require the reduction to be based on an annuitant's actual Social Security disability benefit. To summarize the proposal given to Congress from the Office of Personnel Management, They want to make our retirement system like the private sector, where we will be paying more into it and they will be saving more by paying us less in retirement. So the federal government don't want to pay more and they want the burden to be on us with less take home pay for the employees. Also, this proposal is in line with the program of the President of the United States. The Office of Personnel Management, the Office of Management and Budget did not object to the transmittal of these legislative proposals. You may now be wondering, how can I contribute to the letter carrier political fund and how much will it cost? Well, you can contribute $5 per pay period, and you can contribute by automatic payroll deduction. You can go online and contribute through postal ease. You can set up payments through postal ease on the phone. You can contribute through electronic funds transfer and from an annuity. Also, we can't use union dues for political contributions. Our union has made so many great strides over the years, such as winning collective bargaining, better wages, benefits, and working conditions. So we must continue to protect our jobs, and this is why we should contribute to the letter carrier political fund.